and welcome to the channel. Dude, you're going to be a dad. Fantastic news. Probably the best ever. First thing you need to know is 3 questions everyone's going to ask. Ever. Right? First thing you need to know is 3 questions everyone's going to ask. First of those is, are you going to find out? What does that mean? Are you going to find out? What it means is, are you going to find out the gender? Okay? When you tell people, that's the first question they will ask. Are you going to find out? Typically what happens here, first pregnancy, I think on average, by and large, people probably don't find out. Probably want the surprise. You may choose different. I suggest that mum may be more of a driving force as to whether you do or don't find out. If you're going to find out, most likely to find out at the 20-week scan. Okay? We were fortunate enough to find out with our second child, we found out at the 12-week scan. Needless to say, he's endowed as well as his father, not. But so at the 12-week scan we found out, but typically I think normally you find out, if you want to find out, you find out at the 20-week scan. So from that point onwards, especially in the lead up to the 20-week scan, people might start asking, are you going to find out? Second thing people are going to ask, are you going to get a new car? May not be that obvious, but babies come with an inordinate, all the size of a little baby, but this size when he's born, right? He or she's born. That baby's going to come with a lot of gear, right? We bought, knowing that, we had some relatives who'd had kids and things, we bought ourselves an S-Max. 7 seats, SUV type style, MPV. And we fill that pretty comfortably. Myself, my wife, and my now 2.5-year-old son. We fill that pretty comfortably. We have another on the way in a couple of months, and we're already thinking we need a roof box. It's unbelievable. So people will ask, are you going to get a new car? Now you know what they mean, and maybe it is something to think about. And the last one is, have you thought of any names? Okay. Now again, I can only speak for the typical case, but typically people like to keep the name a surprise. I think especially with the first child. You may be an exception, and I would suggest again that you definitely want to consult with mum on this one. But are you going to, have you thought of names? And essentially, maybe everyone, those aunts and uncles, want to know, is their name in the mix somewhere? So yeah, have you thought of any names? And people will love it if you tell them. Mum may not love it if you tell them without first consulting with her. So maybe keep it a secret if you have thought names. And look, I think I was meant to be Benjamin until I was born, and then mum said, actually he looks more like Andrew. So they stuck with Andrew. So maybe that's the other thing. Don't assume that you can necessarily decide for definite what that baby's going to be called until they're born and you've thought about it for a day or two and the name's on that birth certificate. Okay, so thanks a lot. This is The Diligent Dad. Please hit subscribe, really appreciate it. Going to keep supplying loads of super valuable videos. Want to keep helping you out, giving you the information you need, answering your questions. If you do have any questions or comments, just stick them in the comments field below. But hit subscribe, hit like, and watch out for the next video. I'll be along in a couple of days. Thanks a lot.